Hi everyone, and thanks for clicking. My name is Bethany Jackson and I am an ISSA certified personal fitness trainer and sole proprietor of Old Fashioned Fitness. Today we're going to go over another one of my final essays. This one is on periodization. Let's get started. Periodization is the compartmentalization of training into subsets called macro, meso, and micro cycles. The big picture idea behind periodization goes back to the general adaptation syndrome principle, which states that during training the body goes through three stages: alarm or shock, resistance or compensation, and exhaustion. Periodization allows trainers and clients to work through these three stages of the GAS principle based on the demands it places on us. For example, it would be counterproductive to keep pushing a client to give 100% when you have been doing long, hard, frequent workouts for 4 weeks and your client is exhausted. Continuing on training harder and harder will only cause injury when your client is in pain. What is needed now is a mesocycle of less intense activity, called active rest, allowing the muscles to repair themselves, but without stopping activity completely, which will lead to muscle atrophy. Now we'll go over a few examples. Periodization could benefit a college soccer player by breaking up his year into preseason training, functional or sport-specific training, and postseason or active rest. Preseason training should be of medium intensity, for a college soccer player of course, where practical skills such as ball handling are refined, drills are performed with cleats and the ball, etc. This is the time to work on weak points as a player. Functional or sport-specific training should be performed during the sports season at hard intensity. This phase of the macro cycle corresponds to the GAS principle's resistance or compensation phase of training. As a trainer, now the focus should be on improving explosive leg strength through plyometric training, ballistic training, and isometric exercises. This is when every workout is designed to prepare the athlete to win their next game. Now the postseason or active rest is a period of light stretching, possibly dynamic stretching for muscle memory, long but brisk walks, and other fun activities for the athlete to enjoy. Next, periodization could benefit a 35-year-old sedentary adult by having one mesocycle focus on foundational training at moderate intensity, which should prepare the muscles, joints, ligaments, and tendons to begin the next mesocycle, where the client would train at a hard intensity for absolute strength. The hard intensity mesocycle here corresponds to the GAS principle's alarm or compensation phase. The last mesocycle in this macro cycle should be active rest, where the client can enjoy physical activities with friends and family, as well as some light stretching and work on a foam roller. This last mesocycle may work as a morale booster, giving the client a mental and emotional reprieve. Finally, periodization could benefit a long-distance runner by allowing a rest and recovery mesocycle after a race or competition that includes foam rolling and some mild calisthenics that focus on range of motion in joints and some shorter, less intense runs. Maybe consider some brief swimming, bicycling, or rowing time, as these are gentle on joints as well. This low-intensity period should help prevent injury and inflammation, which can be common in endurance running. And swimming, biking, and rowing, while still gentle on joints, can help the athlete increase their lung capacity. After rest and recovery, as with the soccer player, we cycle sport-specific and pre-season training with in-season training, which, again, is cycled with rest and recovery. In closing, periodization is something all trainers should implement in their work, and that, in short, is because of the microcycle, which is discussed briefly now. The microcycle is like a wild card in a deck. It has no real set place in the hierarchy, and it can represent almost anything you need. A microcycle may be a week where a client's epilepsy has been giving them trouble, so you, as a trainer, need to slow down the pace. A microcycle may be a couple of days after a client has gotten a big promotion at work, and so they feel like giving 110% for the next 3 sessions. Microcycles are acceptable and necessary parts of periodization. Periodization helps clients meet their objectives by giving their bodies what they need when their body asks for it. Periodization is a tool that benefits all people because our bodies and our lives, at work and at home, go through cycles. So training programs need to cater to those ebbs and flows. And please don't forget to share and subscribe.